All right. So, hi guys. Welcome to the No Hard Feelings podcast. We're back with another episode, and today we have a special guest. Want to
Pleasure.
introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Viz. Visionary, far from ordinary, born the GOAT, soon to be legendary. You know the deal.
Okay, like
Hell
that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, little nervous here. You nervous?
Nah, I just go with the vibe. Always
just
have a
go
fun
with the
time.
vibe?
Yeah,
All
I always
right.
enjoy it. It's dope though. You make it whatever vibe it is. Just
Okay.
go with it.
So he already shot up or whatever. I don't drink. You guys know that. So I'm not shotting up. I had my little blunt before. So we're just gonna get into a couple questions.
Absolutely.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Right. 100%.
So I see that you just signed to a label APG.
Yes,
That's what it's
ma'am.
called?
Yep.
Okay, tell me about that.
It's an amazing experience. Like when I signed my deal, it was kind of like you have like a dream for mad long, and then it's just like you see it start coming together, and then you like, damn, like I really could do this, like
Right.
for real. But I think it was just like having my family there and my team, like my manager and everybody that like really believed in me before all of this just started in my mind, and then me making the necessary steps to like develop myself and then to get to that opportunity.
Right.
It's like amazing, and they put a battery in my back. They're putting me on everything, so it's kind of like
that.
I'm like the golden child at the label right now. So they're just like, yo, we're putting Viz on everything. Like,
Okay.
so I'm like really
Put a
taking-
Viz on No Hard Feelings
Yeah,
podcast.
exactly. You feel me? We on the podcast now, like, but yeah, like I love it. Like, it's just really like a family, and it's an opportunity for me to continue to grow and to build an empire, and that's all I want for my family is just build an empire.
That's good. I'm glad that you found a label that gives you, that feeling and those type of vibes because
Yeah.
it's kind of hard, I don't really know too much, but I know a little something
gets
from what
real.
I see and, it's a little hard. So that's pretty good. So what made you want to start doing music?
I was a football guy. I was a sports I was an athlete. So like I played football, basketball, track, and baseball since I was a kid. So I was an athlete growing up. I went to high school, graduated. I didn't have no scholarship offers to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I went to college. I went to JUCO, like a
Okay.
Saddleback College in my city in Orange County.
Are you from
And,
Orange County?
Yeah, I grew up in Orange County, and
Okay.
my family from the South, though, New Orleans, Louisiana, to be exact. So
Okay.
shout out everybody from Louisiana.
Shout out
We out
everybody
here.
over there.
Creole babies.
Okay.
But yeah, so I basically was like doing that, and then it didn't work out. And I was seeing like it had nothing to do with how talented I was or how hard I was working. It had a lot to do with politics and dad, sons, coach of this and this, that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I started translating all the energy that I was doing in football as far as like taking notes and studying artists and studying things. I started putting that into music, and it just made me like, it just started taking off.
Who would
So,
you say is your biggest inspiration? Like,
Artist-wise?
Yeah.
I don't look up to nobody, to be honest. I look up to my father. That's it. The only person I really look up to is my father. As far as artists I'm inspired by, though, my favorite artist of all time is Lil Wayne, for sure.
Yeah.
He the GOAT. He from Louisiana, so shout out to him.
Shout out Lil
Andre
Wayne.
3000.
Oh, nice.
I like Janet Jackson a lot. We was listening to Janet Jackson on the
On
way
the
over
way
here.
here.
I was bumping that. I like Janet Jackson. Missy Elliott, love Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
I work with her
she's
really
dope.
bad. Yeah, and then
A
like
lot of the old cats.
yeah, pop music too. Like like New Edition. I love New Edition too as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's another old school. But yeah, I listen to like Michael Bublé and like just
I've never heard of Michael Bublé.
different. I be listening to different type of music because like when you make hip hop music, I always be trying to like get inspired from it from another genre. So I just like tie it back into the music.
Right,
as well.
right,
So,
right.
yeah.
That's cool. So let me see. I got some of my notes here. Okay, so you said you are from Orange County. So how was it like growing up in Orange County?
I was like.
That's far from LA.
It's like an hour 30 traffic right now. Friday night, hell yeah, like hour 30.
There's traffic everywhere in California on
Right.
Fridays.
I stuck out like a sore thumb, and I never really fit in out there because all the family that was around me growing up, like my dad was born in Chicago, raised in Little Rock, Arkansas, and then like my mom's side, brother and sister, they're all born in New Orleans. So, for me, it was like I never really fit in because all the people that was around me is from the South. I'm not eating the same food as y'all. Like my favorite
Yeah.
meal is oxtails. Like
I don't
My
like
mom-
oxtails.
You don't
Aren't
like
oxtails
oxtails?
like the butt of an ox?
it's a tail, I guess. I don't even really know.
I see now. So they said oxtail was the butt of an ox.
If it is, I don't know.
Y'all niggas eating
Hey. Hey, y'all
Like
niggas
what?
eat that. But nah, it'd be busting. Like that's my favorite meal. Like my grandmother gumbo and all that. Like that's what I was raised on.
See?
So it's just like I eat Southern food. So it's just like when I was in OC, it was just like a lot of different kind of
Chicken and French
like
fries,
to say, yeah,
chicken
it's
tenders
very
and French fries.
no seasoning. It was very dry out there.
You like
to say
Raising
the
Cane's?
least. Yeah, it's cool, but it don't taste like it do in Louisiana because they actually put seasoning on the chicken in Louisiana.
They got Raising Cane's in Louisiana?
Yeah, of course. It originated in Louisiana.
Oh,
Raising Cane's started in New
something
Orleans.
new every day.
Yeah, it started in New Orleans. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, but for me, I just stuck out. Like, it was like I had to find my way. So all my closest friends I was cool with in high school and growing up and stuff like that, they was never from here. Like, from L.A. or from OC. They were all from Jersey or, Florida and moved down to Orange County, family trying to, or Stockton, like, stuff like that.
I heard of Stockton before.
So it was mad different for me, but I think I found my way. I pivoted. I was so focused on football, I didn't really have much time to really focus on anything but doing all that I could to try and get it to the next level, All
right. So now that you have the time to focus on music, you just go on hard in the paint.
What? Hard in the paint. I feel
like motherfucking paint.
Right.
So I have a question for you. What would you tell someone who's going to give up a football career for, like, to go be in the industry, I would say? Because wait, before that, what do you consider yourself? Like, are you just like a flat out artist? Are you a rapper, like singer, like all of that?
I'm an artist in its totality. Like, I don't like to be boxed in. Like, I was never one of those people that was like, oh, I'm a rapper, or I'm a singer. Like, I'm an artist. I create. And whatever comes out of the creation is like what it is. I don't like to like make something and then just be like, oh, I only do this. Like, I always wanted to be multifaceted and be able to do, like, even when I play sports, like, I play offense and defense and special teams and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you said you played like 5 sports.
Exactly. I didn't want anybody to be able to ever put me in a box because growing up, everybody was looking for a reason to count me out. Like, everyone was looking. I was small. My freshman year, I was 5 foot, 85 pounds. My freshman year of high school, I was 5 foot, 85 pounds. So it was just like, I knew I had to do, I was small, but I had a heart bigger than my body. So it was just like, I knew I always had to do extra. So bring it back to the music, to answer your question, I would say, what I would tell a kid, I talk to a lot of kids at schools. Like, I just did a interview with some kids, or a speech for kids at a local middle school in Orange County.
Oh, that's cool.
I would say really, like, it's tough because it depends. Like, when you put in so much time into one thing, it's kind of hard to almost essentially feel like you're starting over. Because that's how I felt. When I transitioned from football to music and sports and stuff to music, I felt like I was like, wow, I have to really completely click reset and start over and find comfort. And again, in something that was unfamiliar to me. But I would probably say whatever you want to do, it's really a self-belief thing. I think a lot of people quit year 4 when year 5 is about to be the one that changes their life. Yeah. So I would say it's really a self-belief. You got to have a self-belief so strong that nothing will deter it. It's like I'm just seeing it in myself. That's why I'm kind of staring off. Like, I remember so many times where I was tempted to stop. And it was the mindset. So everything, when people ask me, like, how do you feel now that you're signed? I was like, bro, I was signed 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally, I was signed 5 years ago. I would have never got to where I'm at now if I didn't have that mindset. So I would definitely say self-belief and perseverance without a reason without at all.
I feel that because, for me, for No Hard Feelings, I've had a boutique. I've sold T-shirts, sweatshirts, slippers, hair. Like, I've done so many things with No Hard Feelings. There was times I did give up, on the brand. Yeah. At first, in 2017 when I graduated, just to get a, side convo. When I graduated, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was like, damn, I really like dressing up. I like shoes and shit. So started a clothing line. At first, it was a clothing line. Then I gave up. I stopped it for like 2-3 years. Then boom, here I come, like doing boutiques and T-shirts and slippers and stuff. Then boom, now I'm doing a podcast. Like, so.
It's like evolution.
Yeah, you got to believe and, just. Like you said, believe in yourself. So I feel that because I'm kind of in that predicament right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just 2 different, we all have different backgrounds and raised different, but it's always the same goal. We all chasing something
same end goal.
And all it really is just getting people, essentially you're playing convincing almost. Yeah. But people in the world we live in now with social media, it's like perception is reality. So if you look like and act like that guy, you will become that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, they say, fake it till you make it. You feel me? It's like real. That for sure. Absolutely.
So, what do you have coming up? Is there anything that you want to tell the people, about what you got coming up after being signed? What things you have in the works?
I've been
That you
on,
can tell us?
Yeah, for sure. We're working on a lot of different artist projects. Been locking in with a lot of dope artists and just really like making connections and just building relationships. And I've been working on the Fast and Furious soundtrack for about 6-7 months now.
Nice.
For the new movies.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a really dope experience learning that. Built a really, really amazing relationship with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
He's like my brother.
Cool.
So
Big bro.
yeah, and it was crazy because before I signed my deal, I had locked in with Vin back in end of 2021, December last year. And then like 4 months later, my label, ironically, is the label that does the soundtracks for the film, for the franchise. So they brought me in, and then they didn't even know that I had that connection with him. So once he found that out, he was just like, bro, we're all on board for it. Like, Viz is part Vin and Viz, you feel me? So it just made sense. So I've been working on that for sure, heavily. Just did a record with Jordan Sparks the other day that I'm really excited about for the new Little Mermaid movie. So that's dope.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see that. Oh, my God.
I know. The controversy about it is so OD. Yeah. People need to grow up. So sensitive.
Yeah.
People are too sensitive.
Man, it's a lot of things like I said. It's a lot of things I can get in here and talk to you about, but we gonna leave that out there.
Like leave it what it is with the birds. We'll be off camera. We'll talk about it off camera.
Right,
for sure.
right.
But yeah, like that. And yeah, just locking in with a lot of artists. Like my favorite artist that I just recently locked in with, who I've been wanting to work with for a while. And shout out to my manager, for setting that whole opportunity up and meeting him, was Tusi. And he just actually dropped a project tonight. So shout out to him. He's super fire. Like he's such a dope and even better person. Like I knew we were gonna get along, and like we talked and we sat in the parking lot for like 2 hours at his rehearsals, and we were just sitting there talking. Cool. And he was like, "When's your birthday, bro? You like the coolest dude ever." And I was like, "January 6th." And he's like, "Bro, my birthday January 9th. That's why we get along. We both Capricorns."
Capricorns. Y'all something else.
Yeah, we different. We goal oriented as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, just a lot of different artists, and I continue to like expand and learn and get to know people. We was just at French Montana's birthday party, chopped it up with him, and like just meeting so many different people and just absorbing energies and just seeing where I can like help elevate it, or if it's nothing even musically and it's just a relationship, because I always feel like the relationship can go further than music. We'll work on music. We'll work on music.
Right.
I'm really focused on that, just building relationships for sure.
Yeah, so I seen you saying that, you've been getting plugged in, seeing a lot of people. I seen that you been linking with Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
How's that?
That was recent. I forgot. So the crazy thing about that, I should have said that too. Wiz, like,
he's so dope.
So dope.
Oh my God, I love him.
And even cooler person. Like,
yeah.
I met Wiz back in 2017. I had just started making music. I think I was about 3 or 4 months in.
Oh, okay.
And shout out to Jordan Palmer. He's a quarterback. When I was playing football, he would train. I would train with him in the off season, so I know a lot of guys in the NFL and stuff. Like I did the math the other day. I know like 29 guys on at least 32 teams in the league right now.
Really? Jordan Palmer is a football player?
Yeah, so he was a quarterback. His brother's Carson Palmer. He played for the Cincinnati Bengals. He played with multiple teams, though, but bro is, like, super dope. So
I need to start watching sports, man.
Yes. The connection, the crazy thing is like, all athletes want to be us, and we want to be them.
It's crazy. I cheered all my whole life, and I don't know anything about sports.
What?
Nothing. I used to just sit there and watch
you in the game looking pretty, like, ow.
Literally.
Like, ow, looking fresh.
Yeah.
Okay. But, yeah, like, Wiz, yeah, we met back in 2017, and, like, from there, I was like, yo, like, I told him right then and there. He didn't even know who I was. He's like,
my bro.
I told him, I said, bro, like, you don't know me now, but you will.
Right.
And boom, like the other day at the party, we chopped it up, and we were talking about, he has ties to APG because he's worked with APG for a while, my label. So we talked about that, and he was just giving me advice and just things like that. And it was like, it's so crazy because it's like we're just talking about just the fact that, like, bro, you started here.
And now you're right here.
And now, like, it all came full circle. So, like, me seeing him again was just like, I told you I was going to catch you. Like, so it's amazing.
That's
for sure.
Good. Let's see. So what influence do you think your music has on your audience?
I think we live in a time where it's a lot of facade. It's a lot of people portraying an image about themselves that they don't necessarily live on a day-to-day basis. Emotions are deteriorating, and it's a lot of sensitivity going on as far as people can't even really necessarily express themselves.
Right.
Due to, I know.
Men,
like,
especially.
Exactly. Like, freedom of speech is dead right now. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. Like, freedom of speech
life
is
dead.
Right. It's just like freedom of life, period. But I would say my music, I try my best to convey realism in a sense of who I am as a person. Like, we all deal with problems. Like, we all have those days. Like, I'm not in the mood today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going through it, or I'm dealing with this and that. But I think I've learned how to balance it slowly but surely. You know, I'm a workaholic. I'm a Capricorn. It's naturally in me. But I get it from my father. Sure. I get it from my father. But
what's your father's sign?
My father's birthday is in July. What is that?
That's a Leo.
A Leo? Yeah, he's the 26th of July.
Okay.
And my mother's
wait, your dad's birthday is July 26th?
Yeah.
My dad's birthday is July 26th.
What?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's how I go.
That's crazy.
I'll tell you. And my niece's birthday, my sister's daughter, she on the 18th.
Oh, really?
Of July, so yeah.
My nephew's July 29th.
Yeah, see? Stop.
Get out of here, bitch.
You feel me? It always happens like that. Good energy, spread good energy. Good when energy. That's how we both know, like, we radiating high. It's just like commonalities. Right. Like, even my label, like, my A&R that got me signed with my label, like, we have the same exact birthday. He's just 3 years younger than me.
Really?
So it's just like, you know,
that's
it's like
dope.
commonalities.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh,
I turned 25, in 2 months.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
But
that's
yeah, like,
dope.
I would say for my music, like, or just me as a person, like, I'm more focused on just translating the fact that, like, I'm a real person and I love people and I want to see everybody be successful, and I don't have no hatred in my heart. I'm not competing with nobody.
Right.
I'm competing with myself. I don't do the whole back and forth. I'm try to stay out the internet with all the extras. I don't really sit there and read at comments like blogs will post me and try to compare me to this, or who do you think is the best this, and I don't entertain none of that. At the end of the day, like, I'm in competition with myself, and every day I wake up, I'm like, how can I better myself and how can I get further? And you know, I just want my audience and the people that follow me, that have been following me for a long time, to just know that's always pure with me. My DMs are always open. I'm not one of the people that act bougie or fake act like I'm too busy to respond to a DM. Like, I don't do none of that. Like,
yeah, he showed me love when I followed him. You feel me? We got it going. He showed me hella love.
Exactly. So I want people to know, like, that I'm approachable and you can come up to me and talk. And we can have a conversation. If you're feeling something, let's talk about it. Yeah. Instead of you going to other means, drugs. Like, I don't do any drugs. Like, the most you'll see me with is a little vape or whatever, and I'll sip some alcohol. But I don't even smoke weed at all. So it's like, you know, I want people to be able to know that they can talk to me about anything.
So you said you're all-around artist, so you do more than just, you know, make music. Have you ever wrote for anybody or did anything like that?
Yeah, I've written for a lot of different artists. Some I can't disclose, but a few I can. What do you call it? I wrote, so the first artist I started working with was back in 2020. That was when I became a songwriter because of my manager. I did a record I was working on for my project, Unapologetically Me. It was a song that I did.
I was listening to that on the way here.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And I dropped like a snippet of it, and on my story, my manager hit me like, bro, this is fine. Send this through right now. And he was in the studio with this cat. Shout out to him, A1. He goes by Spring Break now. Yeah. He was on Love and Hip Hop. Really good. He's a real mentor to me and influence, positive influence on my career as well. He gives me a lot of guidance and advice. Real good dude. Yeah, he heard it and was like, yo, who is this kid? This dude's fire. Yeah. So sent through the record, and from there, my manager was like, yo, you ever thought about, like, doing songwriting? And I was so against it because I was like, wow, I'm going to cook up this cold-ass record just to give it away. Somebody. Like, you feel me? But then I realized it's a means to be able to have opportunity to not only connect with more people, but also, like, spread my ability to touch more people. Because it's like, I look way better going up to Drake and being like, yo, I got a song for you, bro, that can help change your career, than being like, you don't know me and you really don't know anything I've done, but hop on my song, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's corny. So I was like, it gave me a means. So from there, I started writing for this artist named ChriseanRock, Blueface's artist. We did a song called Vibe. That was like the first record I wrote. I heard that. She's been going crazy. It's a vibe all the time. Yeah, we wrote that at Bankroll Got It Studio. Okay. That was like one of the first. That was literally the first record I wrote for another artist, and then after that, locked in with Coyle Ray, and then the third song we made was No More Parties. So and that changed her life. But that's a whole other story. You went crazy. That's a whole other story. I won't get into the details of that, but yeah. But yeah, like to each his own. But yeah, like so yeah, it was just like, you know, I worked with a lot of different artists from there, and just continue to like build it up. But I love like writing for other people and just being able to help them like express their story in a way maybe that they can't get it off. Right. So I love it.
Okay. So you recently just signed. So have you started doing like all the traveling and like, you know, like all the extra stuff? Because like you said, you've already been, you know, signed and you've already been an artist. But now, of course, a lot of stuff comes with that. Right. So have you started doing all of that yet? Like, how has that taken a toll on you?
I tell the homies all the time, like, my work-life balance is sucks. Like, I bring work home. Like, I don't know how to turn it off. So it becomes like a situation.
It's a good and bad thing.
Yeah, it's a good and bad thing, but I think I try to weigh out the positives of it, because it's just like, I want this so bad. And there was a time years ago where I was like, God, I would have died. I would have did anything to be right here. So, like, to be right here right now.
Them the ones that really make it. For real.
Everything. So it's just like, for me, I was like, even though it sucks sometimes, I can't turn it off. Like, even my dogs are like my dog the other day come in my room, be like, bro, we in the studio, you want to kick it? We going to hang out, sip, a little chill. Mm-hmm. And I'm on my laptop looking at notes. He knows I'm not lying. Am I lying? Like, it's real. Like, I'm no cap. Like, I'm literally sitting in a room taking notes and studying rappers and studying how they flow and studying how they rap, so I can better and add to the, like, I do this, like, I literally treat music like I did with football. Like, studying film, studying, like, I treat it like literally like school.
Like a very passionate person.
Like, really passionate. So for me, I think juggling the two is definitely hard, because it just never turns off. And I'll go outside and stuff like that, and people will recognize me, or they'll be like, bro, I love your work, or this, that. So it never really turns off. But when I can get the time to do so, like, kind of lean back and chill, sometimes, like, my manager be like, yo, prop out and let's just hang out and just chill. And get out of the scene a little bit. Like, even after this, I have to go straight to the studio till 2 in the morning. So it's just like, it never really turns off. But I know it's all for like a purpose, like a bigger purpose. Mm-hmm. I'd rather work hard in my 20s and live for the rest of my life, work hard now and, you know, live later than survive right now. I think a lot of people survive more than actually living. Yeah. So, yeah.
So I know you said you had to go to the studio, but I'm not quite done yet. Just give me a couple more minutes. So do you said that, you know, you started doing the traveling and stuff, and, you know, the way you balance it. So do you have somebody at home waiting for you? Like, how's that?
I always keep, like, I was in a relationship for like 5 years. Mm-hmm. Like I said, work-life balance, it didn't work. It was too conflicting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, of course, you know, you have your fun. Yeah. But I always try to keep the relationship and business separate, because I feel like a lot of people will post their relationships on social media, and then now you got the world, you know, commenting on their opinions and what they think this and that is, and it just gets too much. So, but yeah, like, you know, I dabble.
Yeah, you dibble and dabble here and there.
I dibble and dabble, you feel me?
So does that interfere with it? You know, does it cause problems? Or you know? Like, what would you? Here's the deal. What would you say to an artist that, you know, has somebody at home? We're not going to give no titles. Yeah. Somebody at home or somebody wherever waiting for them, and, you know, they have to work 24/7. They're here, they're there in Miami, Atlanta, this place, that place. You know, so. How does that, you know, how does that work? How do they go about that?
I would say, like, I mean, there's a lot of women artists that are with men and then that stay at home, and then vice versa. But I would say for either partner, either sex, to speak on both sides, the partner just has to really be on go. A lot of their things that they want to do or time that they want to commit to other things is going to be essentially have to be put into that partner for them to succeed. An artist can't be at the studio, you know, creating and worrying about, you know,
why is she texting
me this, and when are you getting home? She got to really understand the program. When I'm in a relationship or I date, I always typically have the woman I'm with in the studio with me regularly.
That's how you do it.
We're on the road. She's with me to the best that I can, you know. But that's what I would say. You just really got to ride for your partner. You can't really half-step it, because it'll get real sticky. The jealousy and things like that, and that's the thing that I dealt with, like, in my relationships, is just the jealousy, because, you know, to be modest, but, like, you know, I'm a handsome young individual, and that comes with a lot of attention. And when you
so I'm a handsome young individual. Don't play with him.
You feel me? And it comes with a lot of, you know, responsibilities, and it comes with a lot of energies, and you got to be really protective of your energy and be careful who you're mingling with, because that energy is transferred. Law of thermodynamics, you know, energy is merely transferred from one individual to the next, neither lost nor found. So I'm very big on that frequency. For sure. I'm intellectual.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, are you, like, what do they say, like, spiritual or religious? Like, you know, you're more on the spiritual side.
Yeah, like my family, like my mother, she grew up Catholic. I used to go to church, like in Christian church, but I was never really religious.
Yeah.
I was always spiritual. I didn't really believe in religions necessarily. Not to be disrespectful to anybody that believes in that.
You're not being disrespectful. You speaking what you believe.
But I believed in having my own personal relationship with a higher being, because God does exist. I have it on my neck. I have a cross tatted on me.
Oh, you could barely even see. It's red.
Right here.
And okay.
Right here, and then underneath this whole part says chosen one. So I'm very spiritual, and I'm in alignment with it. But I believe in like building your own one-on-one individual relationship with the higher being, not necessarily abiding by man-made rules. I feel like we're on like the 28th millionth New Testament. Like, why is there a New Testament every year?
No, just
it's getting man-made. So I'm just like, I'm very big on just like the core of it. So whatever everybody believes is what they believe, but I'm definitely like, I believe in a one-on-one connection with God. For sure.
Well, Young Biz, thank you so much for coming to the No Hard Feelings podcast. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, for real.
Feel free to take this and go in the studio, shut up, and do your thing, okay?
Yes,
ma'am.
If you need
to send me some music to listen to or whatever, some feedback, do whatever you got to do. I'm here.
First of many, too.
Yeah.
This ain't the last one. It's just going to be tears.
We got to have you back.
I'm coming back regularly. You can hit me anytime. We're going to exchange numbers and contacts and stuff like that. We're going to definitely run this up for sure.
For sure.
I respect what you're doing. Like, this is dope.
Thank you.
Because it gives opportunity for, like, new up-and-coming artists and people that are creative, like, to have a voice.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't give people their flowers until they accomplish an esoteric amount of accomplishments. And it's like, now you can talk your shit.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm talking my shit now and later.
Like the candy. You feel me?
Okay.
So it's just like, yeah, you really doing it. So I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, we'll see you guys on the next episode of No Hard Feelings, the podcast. Have a good one.